Parliament has approved the 2017 annual report on the Petroleum Funds. While some members decried the low revenue flow from the oil sector, others were against government's inability to use the oil proceeds for critical infrastructural development.
Mr. Speaker, even though the annual budget funding amount goes into budget, we have in budget expenditures capital investments. And if we were not minded to consider anything at all, we do know that substantial portions of the annual budget funding amount has gone into the development of human capital.
Agriculture, the Ministry of Finance projected to spend about 156 million Ghana cedis for agriculture. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, 21 million is what they actually ended up spending it on. Speaker, if you look at it, it's a variation of 134.9 million Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, it looks as if that we are ignoring agriculture.
In as much as I think that there has been various variations in the oil sector, especially in 2017. Mr. Speaker, I think the allocations were appropriate.
People tend to believe that once we found oil, it means that we're getting so much revenue. But when you look at the amount we're actually getting, and even compare that to ESLA, and compare that to the special petroleum tax, this is a small figure. And so I think that we should begin to interrogate what we're actually getting and what we are utilizing that for.
GMPC informed the committee that work on the turret system is progressing as planned. The first shutdown in February was successful. The next shutdown is planned for this month, that's May, and the third one will be in November of this year.
Mr. Speaker, I think the point is also made here about capping of funding for GMPC. And Mr. Speaker, that is also very critical. This year, as the committee had noted, GMPC was capped, and because of that, they could only get 1 billion. And GMPC is now forced to go for loans at a very high interest rate. It is important we discuss the strategic importance of Ghana Gas.
Total spending on fiscal infrastructure and service delivery in education amounted to 202.38 million. Mr. Speaker, this is my emphasis. The amount is made up of 196.38 million paid to support the implementation of government's free senior high school policy. That is not infrastructure. Dedicate the revenues. The construction of railways over maybe a 3-year period, and we'll see what we achieve by that. We decided to venture into IT with it, to apply all the revenues, maybe a substantial portion of it in a year on that. We'll see the achievements. But allocating something to for the purchase of insecticide, to build human capacity, and so on and so forth. Speaker, we should be careful as a nation where we are going.